How's it going, everyone? Maximilian here, and I'm back with another Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty video, this time highlighting some gameplay with the G36 on Interchange. And it's been quite some time since my previous Call of Duty video. Don't let that make you think that I'm completely done with this game. Absolutely not the truth. It's just I had to take a break with some other new games coming out and some other work objectives that I had to take care of. So let's see what we got here on Interchange. This is going to be a breakdown of a decent game I had. I'm not too sure the final score, but I think it was at least a 10 kill-death ratio or so. The G36 is also one of those guns I've been using a lot of in the past few weeks. It's either an extremely effective weapon for myself, but it only really works well at the mid to long range. With this footage and a few other games I've had as of late, I'm actually going to make a G36 breakdown to give you guys the best methods of making the gun the most effective possible, because I think it's a really good gun, but it's only good for a few different types of methods and if you play objectives and stuff like that. But as you see at the start here, this is not a good game near the beginning. I've gotten sniped in the back a few times. We have dudes all around our spawn, and they're currently holding down B and A, which is arguably the best spot of the map to be on. But if we get B, that means we can get them in an extremely bad spawn trap at A. And I don't know if you guys have ever been on the bad end of a spawn trap in Interchange. It's really tough, dude. And I'm taking advantage of this right now since we just captured B and I know they're going to be spawning in A, to take a few guys out and start up a kill streak so we can somehow get back on the back on track and maybe take the lead. But I'm playing the G36 right now to its advantage. I'm using, I think, Predator into Reaper into Osprey Gunner. And if I get the Osprey Gunner, I'm going to drop it directly into A. And the nice thing about the Osprey is that it doesn't affect how people respawn. For example, if 6 people die in one area via an Osprey Gunner, it'll repeatedly put people in the same area, which is really surprising. The only way you'll start to get really respawn thrown around this game is if the spawns start changing, is if you have teammates or yourself infiltrating those areas. And if you're going into a spot where people can respawn, it automatically throws them into a different spot. So I've got the Reaper and it's time to get to safety as soon as possible, but I don't know if there's anyone back here at C. This would probably be a safe time to throw this up. And if I'm able to net around 7 or 8 kills, we can start with the Osprey. But as you can tell right now, these guys are just hammered into A. And there's 5 boxes sitting inside of that freaking underpass right there. If I can somehow manage a missile in there, that's going to give me 3 kills or 4 kills with a Reaper missile, which is really good. But they are shooting me down. I have to start taking out the guys that are taking me down immediately, because if you take out the dude with the Stinger, that means he has to respawn and then reload the Stinger, so there's a good chance you can get at least 2 more kills out of it. But right before I die, I think I might actually be able to get it. Nope, I am still too short, and this is the part that usually always goes bad. C just got run over, so I'm pretty sure there's a dude running around over here, but maybe not. I need to take this advantage to somehow replace the next 2 kills to get the Osprey Gunner, and you have to be really careful around this moment. I have Blind Eye on, so I'm not too worried about predators and stuff like that. But the reason I use Stingers on a class like this that uses high kill streaks is specifically for this reason, is that if it ends up being the fact that, wow, that was really close. If it ends up being the situation that you have, 1 more kill left and you want to go out and risk it to try to get it, you'll lose it a lot of the time. And the Stinger, man, the Stinger will get you those extra, very important kills that can somehow lead you to a bunch of more kills, which is what is about to happen right here. If you did notice, I did what I was explaining earlier. I dropped the thing right into A, and in anticipation of this, I think my team will somehow get into A as a result. But I don't want them to flip spawns too hard. But when this stuff happens, and if you're with people that aren't coordinated on the team, usually they're just gonna run into A to try to get kills because you're occupying all the kills at the time. And you can just see how many people are running around right here. It is ridiculous how crazy the respawns get. And there's my teammates quickly running in, so the spawns are going to flip and they're going to take all those boxes. And just like that, they are all over at C. And the Osprey Gunner does a pretty good job at following targets and keeping people on track as far as where they're respawning. You can see like these dudes just keep popping down here. And as long as I get a couple of hit marks on them because of their respawn armor, it'll be okay. Like, I'm actually preferring that to happen, because if they get shot by another teammate, ooh, I just realized I'm right in the middle of a heated battle that I just set apart. If your teammate shoots those people, they count as assists, and wow, like I just shot one more guy, I think, and I already have a Predator missile. So here's that lovely Osprey Gunner loop that I made the previous video about. It can be so good, and I've heard a lot of first-hand experiences from folks that have tried using it as well, that go for the higher end kill streaks, that it actually works. It's actually a really effective method for getting kills, and especially on a game like Domination, you can tell that when something like an Osprey comes out, if it's not shot down immediately, look what happens. We're dominating the whole map now, and we came into this thing losing, 2 points, and we were down by a bunch. So it's pretty surprising, the effectiveness of a kill streak. It can make everyone do something different, and ooh, wow, all of a sudden they are spawning back here, and I need to be very careful. Wow, I can't believe I lived through that. I'm going to thank the vest for that one. And just like that, we're already back up to the Reaper. I'm trying to be extremely cautious about what's going around, because there are grenades, there are dudes, and a bunch of angry people, and I have less than 1 magazine left of ammunition. And this is going to be pretty close. About 6 bullets. Yep, I got him. So now it's time to get the hell out of here. I don't even care if I get a gun. It's just about getting the Reaper up in time to get the Osprey and sneak this guy past, and he fell for it. Little cheeseball tactics you're using just to get away and somehow get your next Osprey Gunner. So I'm going to jump into the back of A right now. I think we're still capping 2 points, so it should be fine, even though they might be on B right now. But this Reaper is definitely going to take care of that and probably solidify the next few seconds of the round. I don't know if there's much else they can do, but if you get the ability or the opportunity to put up a single Osprey Gunner in a game, there's a good chance people are going to be pissed off enough to stop you the next time. It's really rare where I can have an Osprey just go on a tear and then bring up another Osprey and for it to actually do the same thing, because a lot of the time, like, people will actually get pissed off enough to the point to switch classes and want to do something about it. And I'm already getting shot down, and there's already dudes putting up like SAM turrets and stuff like that, as you can tell. Yeah, this probably won't last very much longer. But if I'm able to get a good 5 or 6 kills, it's not so bad. But now I'm stuck right in the middle of their spawn. This is going to be interesting. There's dudes all around me. I don't know if there's much else I'm going to be able to get out of this, but because they will respawn around me. Even if I'm in here, it happens to me plenty of times where dudes will just start popping around you, and there's not much you can do. Yeah, there was that guy. But that's gone pretty well so far. It just shows you how powerful something like the Osprey Gunner really can be in situations where dominating, or where you're getting either almost dominated or you're losing by a few points. And if you act really carefully and you use the map to your advantage and you use the weapon to the best of its advantage, you can actually catch up really quickly and do a lot for your team. Oh my god, the tunnel of death, and that's what it leads to, nothing but death. Get more Predator missiles, but it's pretty much over at this point. Try to get as much kills as possible. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some of these good game breakdowns. I think this match ends at something around 64 kills and just about 6 deaths, so it's a 10-to-1 KD, which is a pretty good game. It's not an absolute extraordinary one by any means, but it was still an effective game. Shows you how some of this stuff can be really good on maps like this with a lot of open variety. But as usual, stick around. I'll be working on that G36 breakdown, taking information that we used from videos like this and many others. As always, thank you all very much for watching the video. This has been Maximilian, signing out.